geladen. Ich habe das noch nicht gezockt. Ich wollte mal euch mal reingucken, ob das Spiel sich lohnt oder ob sich das, ja, bin gespannt, was das so ein Game ist. Ob das schwierig ist oder einfach. Schauen wir mal. Ihr wisst ja, dass ich viele Spiele ausprobiere. Moin Luna, grüße dich. So, warte mal. Vielleicht lohnt sich das Spiel zu holen noch für euch. Ist ja im Moment kostenlos auf Plus. Lasst gerne alle ein Like. Moin Fabian, grüße dich. Ich grüße dich, Kaka. So. Keine Ahnung, was für ein das Spiel ist. Ist für die PS4 Plus. Option. Nein. Schwierigkeit normal. Moin Snocky, grüße euch. Alles gleich. Oh, schon 4 Likes. Danke, meine Freunde. Mein alter Name. Wie das Spiel oder Fallgreif. So, gehen wir mal ins Spiel rein. Neues Spiel. Wir machen das einfach, weil ich das Spiel nicht kenne. Ihr könnt jetzt spielen, wie ihr möchtet, falls ihr das Spiel mal runterladen möchtet auf die PS4. Ach so. Wie geht's euch? Mir geht's supi. Danke, Luna. Jetzt halte ich mal meinen Schnabel.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There. Now, hold the pose.
Wir nehmen jetzt mal einen Mann. Das sieht gut aus. So sieht das besser aus. Nein, ich bin doch keine Frau. Das sieht auch nice aus. Das sieht gut aus. Hat Ähnlichkeit wie mit mir. Okay, wir gucken mal, Frau. Gucken wir mal, wie die Frauen aussehen. Boah, das sieht auch süß aus. Das sieht süß aus. Moin Hannes, grüße dich. Ja, irgendwie Man. Den. So, nächster Schritt. Kriegerisch, strategisch, magisch. Wie mit dem Krieger. Oha. Wir blieben Punkt 1. Wie mit Graf. Ich nehme den Mann. Nehmen wir die Stärke. So, Spiel starten. Okay.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten.
Und Leute, ich glaube, ich nehme das Spiel aus meinem Programm Fall Guys raus, weil es lohnt sich einfach nicht zu streamen, glaube ich. Aber
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name.
aber dann mache ich immer, präsentiert die Plus-Spiele dann.
Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
So, dann wollen wir mal gucken, ne? Also, Leute, nochmal zu euch. Fall Guys nehme ich aus dem Programmmoment, weil es lohnt sich einfach nicht. Nur 26 Aufrufe jedes Mal. Das lohnt sich für mich auch nicht. Also, was wir dann zukünftig machen, es gibt ja immer 3 Plus-Spiele oder 2 Plus-Spiele, die präsentiere ich dann immer so nach eine Woche spielen wir das eine Spiel und dann die nächste. Probieren halt wieder so anfangen. Falls ihr immer unsicher seid, welches Plus-Spiel gut ist, probiere ich alle aus. Wie findet ihr das? Das ist ein Fall, wie heißt das? Fall ist ein Spiel, ein Strategiespiel im Mittelalter, Piratenzeit. Grafik sieht das schon mal mäßig geil aus. Das ist ein altes Spiel, ich glaube, gab es schon öfter schon früher. Ich würde sagen schon mal, ja, die ersten Moment, die Grafik, wenn ich 1 bis 10 bewerten soll, ja, 8. Warte, ich schreibe dir das Spiel gerne rein. Gibt es im Moment noch für die PS4 kostenlos. Aber es ist gut, dass man mit die Leute so sprechen kann. Kann man hier reingehen? Nein. Steuerung. Ja genau, das gibt es im Moment für PS Plus. Hi, wie grüßt dich? Cat White Salat. Grüß dich, wie geht's dir? Kann man die auch noch ansprechen? Okay, kann man schon mal die Leute ansprechen. Steuerung ist fließig. Glaube ich, ja. Ab 4 Jahren, das ist, glaube ich. Ich guck mal. Ich denke mal, das ist, glaube ich, ab so 16, 12. Ich guck mal. Ab 16. Das Spiel ist für ab 16. Also, ja. Ab 16 ist das Spiel. So, mal gucken, Film ist mir, glaube ich, hier hin. Laufen tut schon mal gut. Okay, okay.
Hey! Green blood! And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings.
Ich dürfte mir ich glaube, ich dürfte mir es holen, wenn es kein Blut gibt. Doch, es gibt da Blut, bestimmt. Weil das wird Schlachterei geben. Siehst du ja die ganze Armee.
Blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Jo. Nun, alles klar. Wow, Waffe kann man wechseln, okay. Kampfsteuerung ist okay. Oh, okay. Paraden. X ist aufweichen und dann Paraden. Okay. Moin, Losty, grüße dich. Es gibt auch Tomb Raider, also die glaube der erste Teil von Tomb Raider. Zauber, Technik, Tränke, oh Pistole gibt's hier. Du hast Gesundheit verloren. Öffnen. Getränke. Ja. Ja. Ich will doch. Ah, sehr cool. Also Teil 3 ist das, okay. Ich kenne mich mit Tomb Raider nicht so aus. Oha.
What a green blood. Me who thought myself a competent weapons master.
It's becoming a little hard to believe.
Don't add insult to injury. This is humiliating enough. We'll need to get you through.
War nicht Tomb Raider 3 für die PS3?
Definitely come in handy.
Ich glaube, das kam nur für die PS3 raus. Tomb Raider 3. Aber ich weiß, ich kenne mich nicht mit Tomb Raider Teil aus. Oh, Pistole dürfen wir jetzt benutzen. Oh, yeah, komm her! Oh. Okay. Okay. Teil 1, 3, Teil 1, 2, 3, 4 ist für PS1, paar Teile für PS2 und Wii und Game Boy und für PS3 ein Teil und okay. Weiß ich nicht. Ah, okay. Ich habe mir das Paket von Sarah Connor von gekauft bei Fortnite. Gestern Abend um 1. Rusty, weißt du, um 17 Uhr, der Cup. Also muss ich überlegen, was ich sagen soll. Ihm zeigen, wie sehr du dich darüber freust, dass er willkommen. Darüber beschwören, dass dir ein Leibwache folgt. Oh, das mache ich mir das saubere. Ja, habe ich dir doch gestern erzählt. Aber erst den Cup.
And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
Jo, die sind alle nett hier. Ach ja, Leute. Ja, ein Fußballskin kaufen wir. Was soll ich sagen? Ach Leute, seit gestern Abend ist Hannes jetzt bei uns auch als Mod. Da hat sich das echt gelohnt. Gearbeitet dafür. Er kriegt halt Probezeit. Ich sag mal jetzt so. Jetzt ist es noch bis März, April kriegt er Probezeit. Und wenn er zweimal Scheiße baut, sage ich voraus, dann ist er weg. So, ich liebe Fußballskin und Fußball. So, jetzt müssen wir irgendwie dahin. Ah, das ist der Alchemist. Okay. Gehen wir mal hier rein.
What is this? Have you not been taught to
Oh.
knock? I've asked 1,000 times.
Alt und blind.
My dear child.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble
Seine
getting
Mutter.
used to your condition.
Come now. Let's speak of more pleasant things.
Wie findet ihr meine Idee, dass ich euch die PS4 Plus Spiele präsentiere, die nach und nach, die jedes Monat rauskommen, neue.
I do miss him so.
Bevor ihr die runterlädt, könnt ihr mal bei mir reingucken.
Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that
Okay,
island
gut.
everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving
Können wir gerne machen, aber Losty, was sagt ihr, falls du jetzt gerade erst reingekommen bist? Fall Guys nehme ich aus meinem Programm raus, aus meinem YouTube. Also, ich pack das halt, lösche ich runter, weil es lohnt sich nicht. Ich habe jetzt 3-mal, 4-mal gestreamt, immer 26 Aufrufe, also da könnte ich bessere Spiele raushauen.
I know. But it brings me comfort that to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave.
Ja, langweilig ist das nicht, ne? Fall Guys ist lustig, macht durch Spaß, so eine halbe Stunde macht das Spaß schon, wenn man spielt, aber dann ist das langweilig, weil das immer das gleiche ist, ne? Also zwischendurch spiele ich das noch und streame das mal zwischendurch mal, aber nicht jedes Mal, wenn jetzt ist. Wieder FIFA 21 streamen. Ja. Soll ich mal FIFA 21 streamen? Also was wollt ihr denn mit FIFA 21 denn sehen bei mir? Also Karriere, Spielerkarriere, Ulti, was wollt ihr denn so sehen? Schreibt mal rein hier. Ulti, okay. Können wir mal Coup-Saison? Coup-Saison, ist das hier nur online oder Ulti-Coup? Was meinst du denn mit Single? Ulti. Ja, Ulti habe ich auch schon angefangen. Oh, jetzt habe ich schöne Anzug. Oh, schöner Hut. Spielt das in französischer Revision? Weil der hatte so französische Sachen an. Ich glaube, das ist ein Fantasy-Spiel, oder? Aber das sieht schon gut aus. Das Ding mit Schatten, dunkel. Work, was ist das denn hier?
Kurt, it's done.
Oh, Luna, das ist nicht gut.
You can see
Soll
the
mir
masses
pushen?
of the ship that'll be taken.
Es ist 2 gegen 2 online.
This is
Okay.
one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that,
Können wir
we
gerne
need to
machen.
find
Ich
Constantine
schreibe mir
first.
nachher mal auf so eine Liste, was ich gerne, was ich so streamen
This will
soll.
be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier.
Und dann mache ich mir so eine Art Wochenplan fertig für mich.
I did all I
An
could
den
to
Tag
persuade
kommt das Spiel ran, streamen an den anderen Tag den.
Parliament and fatigues.
Donnerstag bleibt immer
This is
Fortnite
your domain.
mit wegen der Aufgaben.
I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Oh. So. Zur Gruppe führen. Läuft er mir jetzt hinterher oder was?
Where would you like to begin?
Oh ja, cool. Das ist schon mal cool, dass hier jemand hinterher läuft. Deine Tochter ist voll süß. Warum ist sie süß?
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know. But
Das
it's
ist also
certainly
viel.
worthy of inspection.
Das ist, glaube ich, eine Fantasy-Stadt. Aber irgendwie mit Französisch aufgestellt. Wo muss ich denn hin? Bestimmt hier runter. Wie sie gelacht hat. Deine Tochter lacht. Kiki. Kiki? Mir gefällt die Grafik schon. Diese Duster. Das gefällt mir. Also auch diese Figur hinterher läuft. Schon begeistert. Was ist hier? Ah, guck mal. Kannst du ja sogar sich selber kleiden, wenn man Sachen hat. Halsketten, Rücken, Körper. Ist ja cool. Kannst du Leute schlagen? Ey, guck mal. Nee. Schade. Warte mal. Nee. Geht leider nicht. Geht leider nicht.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Hier ist irgendwie so eine Pest ausge Platz. Ja. Irgendwie hier rein muss ich.
Your Excellency.
Lord Decided. I have been told that you were named Legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tirfredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office.
Was gab's denn bei euch Schönes zum Essen? Bei mir gab's so eine schöne Gulaschsuppe mit Bohnen und Kartoffeln, richtig geil.
Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Nachfrage bezüglich die Brücke
Would you be
Allianz.
so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of his allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Sad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today, it is by no means an overstatement to claim that the Bridge Alliance leads our world in science and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further in each and every domain.
Ja, komm.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Also ich spiele als ein Lord, okay. Okay, wenn wir oben... Okay, nicht. Ja, schade. Oh, cool, dass es keine so... nicht so ein Ladebildschirm gibt, es einfach reingeht. Es gibt ja manche Spiele, wenn man heute reingeht, dauert zu laden. Muss man hier Socky fragen. So, dann müssen wir halt wieder zurück. Ah, mit X rennt man, okay. Müssen wir hier rein. Dann müssen wir den älteren Herr hier mal ansprechen.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you and your cousin in the future. I only regret
Aber nicht
that
von
your
mir.
departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you,
Da bist du noch zu
I
jung,
was
Socky.
hoping to solicit
Gebe ich dir
your
recht.
help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, Desade.
Seine Dienerin.
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
Sein Beschützer. Wie ich so einen Beschützer habe. Immer schön erstmal die Ausbildung fertig machen, Schule beenden und dann kann man ja auch immer noch eure Zukunft dann planen. Leute.
The merchant is there.
Oh, hier kann man Waffen kaufen.
How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
Ich war auch auf so eine Schule. Ich habe da meinen Hauptabschluss gemacht und dann halt meine Ausbildung gemacht und geschafft. Das ist eigentlich nur hinsetzen, lernen.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do.
Jo, bis später, Luna.
Do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
Jo, mach das.
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sade, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand,
Okay.
I order you to return the guard the merchandise.
Schon wieder auseinander oder was?
Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking? Maybe clandestine passengers?
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. Might I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning.
Bin sofort wieder da, Leute.
Free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in
Am
Serene?
besten noch in Chat. 3 Leute. 8 Likes schon mal auf das Video. Sehr cool.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Laura.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port on the continent. Thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city, it holds a particular status for us Nords. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds office. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to dock.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Tirfredi?
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land, and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming. That will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a lord?
Our magic? Yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Hi. Grüße dich. Ah. Muss die Fähigkeit.
Do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
Grüße dich. Ich probiere jetzt zu dir. Fall Guys bei mir ist Geschichte erstmal. Und mein neues Programm ist so, dass ich euch die Plus-Spiele präsentieren kann. Also ich werde jedes Plus-Spiel, was jetzt kommt, spielen.
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
Und sagt meine Meinung zu den Spielern dann.
But I thought you were referring to another kind of company. And
So Art Spieletester.
You and Constantine aren't exactly my type. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Mal gucken, ob hier oben ist ja noch irgendwas. Nehmen wir mit. Geht auch noch nicht. Tarnung ist immer gut. Oh, schönes Gemälde. Das ist auch noch ein schönes Gemälde. Oh, sowas würde ich auch im Wohnzimmer hängen. So ein altes Gemälde von der See. Von ja in Norden, also passt das voll. Das geht nicht. So, warte mal. Das müssen wir lernen. Okay, als nächstes lernen wir das Schloss knacken. Auf jeden Fall. Hier waren wir noch nicht. Geht nicht. Dann gehen wir mal hier durch. glaube, wir sind wie er getarnt. Okay. Hier geht's nicht weiter.
I've seen a few escapes in my time, but...
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question. If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no naught. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing to Leme. They're trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right? Come on now. Let me out. You promised. Please. Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside.
Ihr seid frei, meine Freunde.
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
It's blocked. It's blocked.
Hello? What can I do for you?
With a relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties.
So, schnell rein. Alles mitnehmen. Hier ist auch noch was. Ist hier was? Nein. Okay, wir mal nach oben.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Teleme so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius,
the disciple of St. Matthias. The one who returned to Teleme after traveling with his master.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of St. Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad.
Jo, bis gleich, Lassi. Du weißt Bescheid. Wir kriegen jetzt hier das Spiel bis 16:30 Uhr so. Und dann sehen wir uns danach bei Fortnite wieder. Diesmal den Cup.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahib, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
Mal gucken, was es hier oben gibt. Ob das was für uns was hier rumliegt. Hier ist eine Truhe. Jo. Plündern wir mal. Hier irgendwas noch? Nee. Da ist was. Da ist nix. Kann ich ja wieder andere Klamotten wieder anziehen. Nee. Nicht. Egal, okay. Na, lass es einfach an. Also überall kannst du nicht reingehen. Nur die Mission Herzlich sind. Ach, reparieren muss man auch. Okay. Also, und verbessern. Also, das Spiel ist schon mal okay. Gucken, was hier uns erwartet.
Hello, sir.
Salut.
Have a nice day, sire.
Good day, Captain. Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age, hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes, quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
Hi, Gamerliv. Grüße dich. Gut. Mahlzeit. Oder Mahlzeit nicht. Also eigentlich wohl moin. Wie geht's dir? Ja, ich weiß, wer du bist. Der gestern Abend noch mitgespielt hat. Keiner wird bei mir vergessen. Moin, Fake Boss. Grüße dich. Willkommen bei mir. Mir geht's auch gut. Halt noch ein bisschen müde von gestern. Ja, ich kenne das Spiel auch nicht. Ich habe gerade mal mein neues Ziel auf meinem Kanal ist, die Plus-Spiele alles zu testen und euch dann halt das präsentieren und euch das empfehlen, was man spielen könnte. Jeder hat die Spiele anderen Geschmack. Aber zu dir, Fake Boss, wie findest du das Spiel? Um 17 Uhr mache ich den Stream an, kurz vor 17, also 10 vor 5. Dann spiele ich mit meinen Kollegen den Cup Und danach können wir alle zusammen spielen wieder. Machen wir Gruppe Keule oder Krea und gucken wir mal, was wir dann machen.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Fake Boss, lass gerne ein Like und ein Abo hier, mein Freund. Und die Glocke aktivieren, dass nichts verpasst bei mir auf meinem Kanal. Das Spiel heißt Creedfall. Ist für die PS4 Plus gratis jetzt. Schreibt jetzt mal so einen Chat, wie das geschrieben wird. Ist ein Spiel ab 16. Ist ein Rollenspiel. Ich finde, das ist schon ist ein gutes Spiel, grafisch schon mäßig geil. Ja, ich spiele halt OX auf Xbox oder was ist OX? Ah, auf PC. Ja, kann sein, dass er auch auf PC so Spiele sowas gibt, kostenlos, weiß ich nicht. Bin eher der PS4-Spieler. Aber falls ich irgendwann mal einen PC mir hole, dann gerne auch. Gucke ich mal, ob sowas auch für PS4 PC gibt's. Aber das steht noch in Zukunft. Guck mal, was er will.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 3D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise in contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, no. If he finds an alternative solution that is less illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Hier geht's nicht lang. Dann gehen wir mal zurück wieder. Oh. Auch schönes Gemälde.
you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
There are some days when you'd rather get drunk all day than have to suffer through this again. Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Yes, just like new. Or nearly.
That does indeed look like fine work. You know what you're doing.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my cousin now?
Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint? Anything else?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge said that you couldn't just catch it like that. People are still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home now. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. No, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the New Isle.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tearfredi.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man-trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of eternal life is hidden somewhere there. Last night, some Nauts even told me they brought back one of those giant beasts into the port. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their imaginations.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion
heals all of that. And more still. This little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take 2.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
You're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I swear you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I will think about it.
As you wish.
Seine Karre. Ich glaube, die muss da sein. Das ist eine leichte Karre. Dahinter.
To my help, and death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! mind blown. Do you need
I must leave you.
Moin Marvin, ich grüße dich. Lass gerne ein Like hier, mein Freund. Wie geht's dir?
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience.
I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it.
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, look, you don't have the right. Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Hier ist er nicht. Wo soll es denn sein? Irgendwie hier lang.
To my help! Come and take my to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Ich glaube, der ist irgendwie hier lang gelaufen. Okay Leute, wir machen das nächste Mal weiter, suchen den Typ. Also ich speichere jetzt mal. Ich glaube, denken wir mal Sonntag spielen wir das erst morgens weiter. Also, wir sehen uns gleich bei Fortnite. Also, drückt uns gleich alle Daumen in den Cup. Also, bis gleich. Euer The-GamerFox.